The Nobel Prize in Medicine is one of the most prestigious awards in science. Over the last 115 years, the Nobel Foundation has awarded prizes for many of the biggest scientific breakthroughs in recent history. Arguably, the most important of these was the discovery of penicillin. Sir Alexander Fleming was a Scottish doctor and scientist. He was born in 1881 and began research at St Mary's Hospital in London in 1906. In 1928, he found an old discarded sample of bacteria with mold on it. At first, he noticed that the bacteria sample was slightly smaller than it had been. When he investigated further, he discovered that the mold, called penicillium, was killing the bacteria. The stunned Fleming named the substance it released penicillin. Although Fleming discovered penicillin by accident, he soon realized it could treat infection far more effectively than existing treatments. However, he was disappointed and frustrated to find that he couldn't produce enough to really treat infection. Eventually, he became disillusioned and stopped researching. Two more scientists took up the challenge. Howard Florey was an Australian pharmacologist and pathologist working at Oxford University. His colleague, Ernst Boris Chain, was a brilliant student who had fled Nazi Germany to work in England. Working at Lincoln College, they looked into Fleming's discovery and invented a way to mass-produce the drug much more efficiently. By this time, another war, World War II, had started, and death through infection was a major problem for the army. By 1945, the scientists, along with the American War Production Board, could produce enough penicillin to treat the entire Allied forces. This saved countless lives. And that same year, Fleming, Florey, and Chain were thrilled to find out they had won the Nobel Prize. Penicillin was the first antibiotic, a range of drugs used to treat and prevent infections. There are now more than 100 antibiotics. Antibiotics have saved millions of lives, but now there's a new problem: antibiotic resistance. Many strains of bacteria have evolved to fight off antibiotics, so some infections are resistant to treatment. Scientists and health professionals are alarmed by this, because soon we won't be able to treat minor illnesses or carry out major surgery. Some of this resistance is natural, but a lot of it is because we simply use too many antibiotics. The world needs new laws to make sure we control the use of these drugs. But while we can make the development of antibiotic resistance a little slower for now, we can't stop it completely. That's why a lot of scientists are trying to find a new form of antibiotic. And who knows? If they're successful, they could win the Nobel Prize too.